All right, hi. So today's tip is quite an interesting one because it's based out of something that happened only early this evening, and it's great because I was going to talk about this anyway, and I got some ammunition, if you like, to actually discuss it. And basically later next week, I'm taking one of my Taekwondo schools to a tournament, and one of the students is nervous about going, to the point where they are deciding whether or not they're going to go based on the fear factor they are encountering. Now, needless to say, I need to be careful about how I handle it, but in short, my view is that that's not a reason to decide on something or not, because that is actually just a chemical reaction, that fear thing. So today's tip is about handling fear and recognizing it when it comes to decision making in business. The short version is, if fear's in play, then it is not a reason to not do something. Okay, so if there is fear, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do something. This goes for business. There needs to be common sense, of course, because, you know, if there's a caged tiger, right? Of course, I fear getting in the cage with the tiger, so I wouldn't do it. But the way to look at it is, if fear is the only thing that's in the way of making a decision, or in the way of doing something, then you should get on and do it. You see, getting into a cage with a tiger, of course I fear it, but there's also a logical reason as well. It's going to kill me. And so if it's going to kill me, then the logical thing is in play as well. So if I fear it or I don't fear it, it doesn't matter. There's no logic in getting in that cage. Do you see what I mean? So the thing is, sometimes there is only fear, and actually the logic is there for you to do something. So the way I've put this in the past is to look at things not from your perspective, because it tends to be you look at things from an emotional perspective. When it's for your business, what you do need to do is look at it from a business perspective. Basically personify, so make it as a person, if you like, the business. Imagine your business needed something. If it needed something, that thing makes the business better, function more efficiently, be more effective, then it needs to be done. If there's a logical reason why you mustn't do it, then fine. For instance, if it's illegal or unethical. But if it's something the business can thrive and win with and progress with, it helps it innovate, it helps it be creative or whatever, but you're fearing doing that, well, then fear cannot be a reason why you don't. Your fear is superseded by the needs of the business. Okay, so the simple version is this. You have emotion and you have logic, and logic wins when it comes to the needs of your business. How you feel about it doesn't come into play. I'm sorry. If you don't want to do something, or you fear doing it, or even if you do want to do something, it doesn't affect if it gets done. This is the flip side to look at, because this whole tip is about not letting fear dictate if you do something or not. But the flip side is, if I really want to do something, I really am looking forward to it and I really relish it, that's not a reason to do it. The logical reason to do it is because it makes the business more effective. Okay, so I take the logical reason first. If I want to do it and I'm looking forward to it and I'm motivated by it, good for me. But that's not the reason why I'm taking that decision. It's because it helps the business. That's what matters. Okay, so bear that in mind. Your fear is not a reason to decide against something. The fear may come into play, it may not. But if there's a logical reason why you should do something, then that's the reason, that's the decision made for you. Fear doesn't come into play at all. So for that student, it's a case of saying, logically, this tournament would be great for you, great for experience. If you're scared, too bad, sorry. If you're looking forward to it, good for you. It doesn't affect the fact you should be going, because logically it makes sense for you to attend the tournament and be good for your experience. Okay, I hope that helps, hope that makes sense. And let me know about your views on fear. It'd be really interesting to see what your take on it is for a business perspective. Like this if you do, share it if you need, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.